There we go. There we go. Yeah, yeah. We back. I had to put the webcam on. The webcam wasn't right. We got to adjust this webcam. Let my people come back in the building. Sip some of this coffee. Pretty good coffee. Pretty good coffee. Pretty good coffee. Pretty good coffee. Salute to my Bedouin. Salute, salute. Yes, sir. Dink the professor. Throw the coffee up. Throw the coffee link up in there. Throw that coffee link up in there. Splashing 12676. Where'd it be? Mars Mathematics. Wrench Gang in his house. Yeah. So this is the supporter of the coffee right here. This is who's sponsoring us with the great coffee. This is who's sponsoring us with that great Maryjane. Smash that like button. Maryjane is in the building. Smash the like button for Maryjane. Even if you don't want to do it for me, smash that like button for Maryjane. Paris Robinson, I got to get some sparring with you, man. I'm a great fan for a long time. Salute. That's what I do. Salute, warrior. Salute. I appreciate you for watching, man. For real, for real. I really appreciate you. The sponsor for the coffee, the sponsor for that good Maryjane. Everybody say hello to Miss Maryjane. Yaheme. It's called Yaheme. This is a new one for me, people. But sponsoring that coffee, CBD in the coffee all the time. CBD in the coffee. If you ain't got these yet, playing cards made 52 blocks playing cards right here. We got the deck of defense, the deck of offense is right here. This is the offense, this is the defense. Get both decks and you can play the game of 52 offense versus defense with your homie. It's a great game to play when you're about to fight. You know, you may have the pre-fight jitters, you know what I'm saying, and you need to calm down. You pull out your deck of cards, play your offensive, defensive game, bring them pre-fight jitters, and then go out there and make them sleep. That's right. Then you go out there and you make them sleep, and you tell them your Uncle Burley sent you. Mike McLaur Phillips said the weed in my country is trash. I bet. Damn it, man. Damn it, Jim. Damn it, Jim. Mars Mathematics said we the BD's Burley disciples. That's right. That's right. That's right. This is different from the gang, the mother gangs. Over here we learn, we earn. That's right. We drink coffee and we smoke Maryjane. We ain't trying to hurt nobody. We ain't out here hurting nobody. You know what I'm saying? The BD, the Burley disciples, we ain't out here ganging, robbing nobody. Nope. We out here smoking weed, drinking coffee. We the greatest people on the earth. That's right. The coffee link, digital books is in the link. Sign up to advanced.lightburley.com. I'm gonna keep saying it until we step it up, people. We gotta step it up. Advanced.lightburley.com. We are dropping massive information. Most of my breakdown videos are going to my online courses. I'm not going to be doing too many breakdowns for YouTube only because I've been doing it for a decade plus, and it's time to switch it up. So it's usually going to be the reaction videos, something informative, funny, you know what I'm saying? But if you want that knowledge and breakdown, advanced.lightburley.com. Paris Robinson says, I'm an active fighter. Does it mean you're scared when you have butterflies and you feel like you want to throw up before a fight? Because let me tell you something, Mr. Paris Robinson. If you ain't feeling that, you ain't alive, buddy. Let me tell you, there's been like people, we got to understand what courageousness is. Do we know what bravery and courageousness is? It's the overcoming of fear. So if there's no fear to overcome, you can be neither brave nor courageous. You're probably a psychopath. That's right. I said it. Press one. If you ain't feeling no fear, you're a psychopath. You're probably out there killing cats and dogs and all types of stuff, stuffing them in the basement, feeding them Twinkies and stuff. Down there, got people's cats kidnapped, feeding them Twinkies. You're a psychopath. Before every fight, you're supposed to feel them butterflies. You're supposed to feel that. It should almost make you want to feel like you're about to throw up. And then you overcome it by walking out on that stage and fighting anyway. And then you're brave. Press one. Now you can say you're brave because you felt the fear that should have stopped you. You swallowed it and went out there and fought anyway. That's how you do it, Mr. Paris Robinson. So you feeling exactly what the champ feels. Them butterflies, you can bet the champ feels that. You can bet when Tyson Fury had to fight Deontay Wilder, he had butterflies in his stomach. Press one. You can bet Deontay Wilder had butterflies in his stomach. Don't let him fool you. He looked real mean. He does. But he was scared. He was scared. That's right. You got to be. You got to be. You have to be. That's right. Get them likes up. Smash that like button. We out here cooking. We out here cooking. The young fighter Paris Robinson came with a deep thought. So we all can understand that. That's right. Ain't no fear. You ain't gonna get there. Fear is the wood on the fire. You know what I'm saying? Fear is the fire, baby. Fear is the fire. And fear is the word we call it. That's what we associate that feeling to be. That feeling is more like the anticipation, the ready to go, but it feels like butterflies. He said, I remember Tyson said he was terrified before every fight. That's right. He said some fights he was crying. There was only one fighter that went out real smooth. They said Rocky Marciano used to fall asleep before his fights. Now that's gangster. It's gangster. He was on another level of calm with it, you know. But when you go into a fight, people, even amateur fights, you could die in the ring. A fight is still a contestants of battling. You could die in there. So there should be a high level of fear connected to going in the battle, knowing you can die. Even if you got gloves, headgear, a mouthpiece, anything can go wrong. Murphy's Law still exists in the ring, which is anything that can happen will happen. He can punch you in your neck, you fall, hit your head against the side of the ring somehow, flip out the ropes and break your neck. It can happen just like that. Final Destination style. Uh-huh. Hunter Scott, salute. You ain't late. Late question. When you have a skull and crossbones versus bank robber, how much question? When do you use skull and bones versus bank robber? Oh, okay, my fault. Skull and bones. See, every block is looking for. There's only two ways to punch: round and straight. So each block that you're studying, you should know what it specializes in. Skull and Bones specializes in straight line shots. Rob the Bank can actually do both. Rob the Bank is a cover that can actually guard the front line and the side, but only the front line to a degree. Because when you rob in the bank, this is still open, but your chin is protected. So if he comes straight or if he comes around the corner, now the uppercut can get you, but you got the lower hand here to catch, but you are susceptible to uppercuts. Reason I rock with you is because when I asked you if you a little guy, if a little guy can be the big guy with 52, instead of lying so you can sell your product, you were honest and said you may maybe not, but at least he won't get hit. Z Cruz, that's right. We ain't out here trying to. We are not shamelessly selling products out here. No, we are not charlatans. Fear is the mind. Fear is the mind killer. It can also be the mind builder. Depends on it. See, fear is the fuel. How you process it is on you. If you process it and it makes you lock up, that's you. Some people process fear and it makes them go. So it's the process. It's how you process it. Thank you. Great answer. Salute, warrior. You have integrity. Appreciate you. Hunter Scott. Yes, that's what we're talking about here. Now, the tone to this live here is mastery. Why must you reach mastery? Why must each man reach the level of mastery? And this doesn't just mean fighting too. This is not just fighting level. For a warrior, for you it would mean fighting. But why must a man reach the level of mastery? Hunter Scott said he packing his bowl. That's right. It's about to get deep. Hit that like button, people. Come on, smash that like button. We got 19 people in this building. 18. We can get 18 likes. We about to start cooking. Where my lighter at? We about to start cooking. We talking about why must a man reach the level of mastery, and how do you get to the level of mastery? All right, we about to start cooking. From the words of Mr. Roberto Shaw, he told me, you have to have 10,000 hours of your selective skill or trade to call yourself a master. You must invest 10,000 hours into it. And I'm talking about 10,000 man hours, people, not little boy hours. We talk about 10,000 man hours must be invested in your craft to call yourself a master. Smash that like button. Get them likes up for me. We good, but get them likes up. We got some people in here that ain't smashed that like button for no reason. For no reason. You ain't smash it for no reason. Ain't no reason you ain't touch it. Just go in to touch it. Just touch it. 10,000 hours to reach mastery. And why is mastery so important, people? Why must we reach the level of mastery? Because mastery is mercy. You cannot be merciful if you are no master. So don't fall tricks for people talking about they trying to show you mercy if they ain't the master of that exact field. They can show you no mercy if you can show no mercy if you haven't reached the level of mastery. Matter of fact, the letter M in mastery stands for merciful. So as a warrior, if you want to learn how to be merciful, you have to be a master. If you want to learn how to save life, you have to be a master. And within that master, you are merciful. Why? Because you are confident in what you do. Press 1. 10,000 hours. Press 1. Mastery is mercy. You can get in the ring with Mayweather. You can fight 12 rounds. He can spot you 4 rounds and still come out the back and beat you up. West NC, would it be? He can spot you 4 rounds, come back and still beat you up, win all 8 rounds. Why could he show you that mercy? Because he's a master. You can play a one-on-one game with LeBron. He can spot you 20 points, still come from behind and bust that ass. Why? Because he's a master. So reaching the level of mastery is reaching the level of being merciful as a man. And that is a quality of a man, people. Yes, a man will kill, but a man must have mercy. You must. You must. Because not everybody deserves the sword. Not everybody deserves the bullet. Not everybody. Some people you spare will later on in life become great allies because you spared them that very day. Some enemies cannot be spared. Some enemies, you must cut them at the root, make sure nothing else grows in their place because they are that deadly and venomous. But as a master, you can differentiate from the two. See, this is what reaching mastery is about. You can see the wolves from the sheeps. You need to be able to recognize the wolves from the sheeps. Because it's survival. So mastery is all about survival. So mastery takes 10,000 hours. So that means you got to get to work. We did the numbers on life. You spend 8 hours of a day's sleep. There's only 24 hours in the day, people. It's only 24 hours in the day. So if you spend 8 sleep and 8 at work, That's 16 hours right there. You got 8 hours left. And somehow you got to summon 10,000 hours. This is why this is no feat of easiness here, people. Out of those 8 hours, the normal man, 8 hours sleep, 8 hours at work, 16, he got 8 hours left. Within those 8 hours, he has to start getting on his path to 10,000 hours. Even if he can do 2 hours a day, say 31 days, he only got 61 hours for that month. So this is a feat that's going to take years. But once reached, once the level of mastery is reached, you have reached the level of being merciful. Tom Brady and Peyton Manning are massive masters. Tom Brady's masters. Splash and said, the only thing I got mastery in is smoking. Me too. I got my 10,000 hours of weed smoking, baby. I'm a master. I can show mercy. I can go on my bag and go give somebody a joint right now. I can go give them a joint for free. Like, go smoke that, brother. You know why? Because I've been smoking for about 20 years, buddy. I ain't going to lose nothing. But I can be merciful like that because I'm a master smoker. This is what I'm talking about, people. Mastery is not just within fighting, but giving yourself a goal of those 10,000 hours and completing those 10,000 hours shows you are a man of work ethic too. Press one. We got to work. We men. Even if you got 8 hours, you better make them 8 hours shake, baby. You got to make them 8 hours shake. Excuse me. The whole point of it is you can't be a lazy llama bean. You cannot be a lazy llama bean. You ain't got enough time. Before you look around, the time gonna be gone. You must find your mastery in something. I don't care if it's choking your chicken. You could be a master chicken choker. I don't know what you know what I'm saying? The mastery of chicken choking. I don't care. But get your 10,000 hours into something. Show that within this life you work towards something. And this is why every man must reach mastery of something. Because every man should be working. That's right. That's right. I don't care what you mastered in. You can have a master's degree in chicken choking for all I care. But if you got 10,000 hours in, then your chicken is still there, then go on with your bad self. Go on with your bad self. Dink the professor said 2 hours a day, between 13 and 14 years to mastery, give or take. Boom. My homie Dink the professor, that's why he the professor. Dink the professor just put the math in the chat. 2 hours a day is 13 to 14 years of mastery. And guess what? You got the time. You got the time. Hunter Scott said, you ain't going to have no chicken. Yeah, if you get 10,000 hours of choking your chicken, you ain't going to have no chicken. Matter of fact, I take that back. Don't become a master at chicken choking. You may just choke the life out your chicken. You know what I'm saying? Go get 10,000 hours of smashing some cakes. Go get 10,000 hours of cake smashing. Matter of fact, Wilt Chamberlain, I think he said he was with 10,000 women. So he got his mastery in cake smashing. Yeah, Wilt Chamberlain is the master at cake smashing. Yep. He said he got 10,000 women. Paris Robinson said the way you say that with your accent sounds good. That's part of the Burley humor. Thank you for enjoying the Burley humor, Mr. Paris Robinson. That's who I am. Wilt the man. That's right. Wilt the stilt. You gotta call him Wilt the stilt. He was putting all them women on the stilt. Wilt the stilt. Master cake smasher. He was impressive. But he put that time in. Now, I think he just, luckily, Wilt didn't get the HIV, you know what I'm saying? He ain't have to deal with none of that Because 10,000 women, that's a lot of women. You got to believe somewhere in there was some syphilis, some clap. It was 10,000 women. There was something was in there. So Will is a very lucky man. But as I said, mastery for a man is very, very important. It shows your work ethic. It is your work ethic. And I'm going to go out on the limb too here. These 10,000 hours should benefit you. These 10,000 hours should benefit you, people. Now, when you're going for the mastery, I'm going to say it. You ain't going for the mastery for your job. You work your job. That mastery should benefit you. If you're going to put 10,000 hours into something, it should benefit you. And then benefit everybody through the grace of you. You don't put 10,000 hours in at Chipotle's. You know what I'm saying? You don't give, you know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to master Chipotle's. You ain't trying to be a master what do you call that? Bowl maker. You ain't trying to be a master cilantro rice slinger. No. When it comes to mastery, it has to serve the inner you. See, martial arts serves the inner me. You find out what serves the inner you, and you put 10,000 hours into it. So it can benefit you in your life. That's right. We talking. Anybody seen that? Anybody seen the Loma Comey fight? Anybody seen that Loma Comey fight? Loma looking like he back in play. Look like Loma had to go back. Loma's a master too. Loma got 465 amateur fights. Loma was like 25 years old beating up on teenagers. Loma was in the amateur division, 22 years old, slapping around 14 years. but still, 465 fights is something serious. Something serious. That's why Loma is a master at what he does. He says, sadly, LB, these kids on lean pills and they ain't mastering nada. And that's the facts. And that's why this generation is having so many problems. That's exactly why this generation is having so many problems. They don't want to put their 10,000 hours in. But they want the label. They just don't want to put them 10,000 hours in. Eric says, I like to hear your thoughts on footwork training. I also saw how you change levels and drop low squat style with strikes. Yes, level changing is very good for leg strength, leg endurance, all of the things you're going to need. Footwork is important because it's your connection to Mother Earth. How you learn how to use Mother Earth goes into your strikes, your kicks, your punches, and your grappling. As far as you're on the standing up, and even on the ground, you're still going to have an understanding of Mama Earth. So, but standing up, your footwork is the most important thing you can work on. He said all these generations want to do is gangbang and have kids. Incredible. Facts. Because they don't want to master. They don't want to master being men, husbands. Women don't want to master being wives. And relationships take mastery too. You got to put your 10,000 hours into a relationship too. Smash that like button. We got 25 people in the room. Can we get up to 20 likes? 26. We can do this, people. Me and you and me, we can do this. Smash that like button. Anybody who forgot to smash it, just go on and press it. You said 90s was the best time. Yeah, 90s was definitely a good time. The 90s was definitely a good time. It was probably the last generation of connection. It was probably the last generation of connection. It was the 90s. Now, there's no connection. And even though we are more connected because of things like this live and the internet, we are less connected as people. And that's doing a disservice to the young warriors. Because, like I said, elders are cheat codes. Nature made elders to help the youngins. PNA, like smash, salute. Elders are here. So if the elders and the youngins have a break in connections, oh, there's going to be some problems. It's going to be some problems. It's like the greatest American hero flying around without the directions on how to be a superhero. There's going to be a problem. Elders are cheat codes. There's a reason why elders are necessary in every species. Lions, dogs, humans, elders are necessary. They know the way. They teach the young in the way. He said skinny jeans and man purses. Yeah, we ain't teach them that. That was their own thing. In the 90s, we ain't teach these youngers nothing about no skinny jeans and man purses. They came out with that. That was them. That was their own creation there. We ain't gonna take no accountability for that. We taking no accountability for that. In the 90s, your joints had to be baggy, extra baggy. I was a size 32 going to the store getting the 34, 35. My joints had to be slightly baggy on me. My joints couldn't be hugging and nothing. In the 90s, you had some tight jeans on, you was getting beat up and robbed. I'm going to tell you straight up right now, if you had some tight jeans on in the 90s with a man purse, oh, you was getting robbed. For sure. He said, I tried to get regular size pants and all I found was the stuff with spandex in it. Not the spandex jeans. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Now, you can't move. See, in the 90s, we were straight criminals. We were real criminals. And you can't run from police in no tight jeans. You can't do that. See, we had the baggy joints just in case we had to jump a gate on police. We was ready to hop some fences, run, jump some roofs to get away from police. And you ain't doing that looking like the Penguin. You ain't going to do that in them skinny jeans looking like running like the Penguin. Police would tackle you and take you straight to jail. Nah, they wasn't catching us. We had the baggy joints. We hopping gates, somersaulting off of rooftops. Oh, yeah, it was on. It was a feat of athleticism to catch a drug dealer from the 90s. Yeah, you was going to work for that money. You see the movies back in the days when police was chasing criminals. You don't see that too much more in these movies because they ain't got to even chase them. They got your address, your IP code. They know where you at now. Back in our day, they had to chase us. We made them work for them paychecks. Any fat cop eating donuts and stuff, oh yeah, you wasn't catching no bus. You wasn't getting no bus. You was at the precinct getting laughed at because you ain't catching me if you fat and out of shape. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen, Captain. We was athletic back in my heyday. These youngins, they couldn't stand a good chase. They couldn't stand all that lean they drinking and pill popping. They probably run a half a block and start catching chest pains. These youngins couldn't run from police. He said you could jump a project fence like it was the Olympics. Facts. Yeah, what? We was hurdling them things. We was jumping over them joints like the ghetto Olympics. We was hurdling fences. They can't hurdle no fences. These youngins can't run. They got no athleticism. They legs all skinny necks. They can't run. Where they gonna run? Half a block, start wheezing. That syrup start kicking in. They start getting all dizzy headed. They didn't pop too many Xannies. They run right into the precinct. They call themselves running away. They so high, they run right in the jail cell, not even know. Police laughing at him, just close the door behind them. You know what I'm saying? High on Xannies. He don't know which way he was running. Yeah, these youngers have just let go of the natural way. They let go of the natural way. Ain't nothing wrong with getting a little high on, but the pill popping, the Xannies, these little youngins are out of control. They out of control, people. Hold on one second. Hold on, let me let the people know I hit them back. Yeah, I'm on live. They trying to call me. I'm on live chatting. We on live chat. We got coffee and Maryjane. We sipping that coffee. Mr. Think, throw the link for the coffee in the chat. Throw that link up for that coffee. If you want to drink some of that CBD coffee, that Mr. Light stay drinking on like I didn't drunk. I'm out of patches. I'm gonna have to order me a whole new batch because of this CBD coffee. Got me real mellow. Hard work is lost when everyone can just copy and paste facts. And that's why more than ever, it's time to get your 10,000 hours in. The 10,000 hour thing is being lost. Michael Jones, the coffee is a beast. Michael Jones, the win got him some. That coffee a beast. Salute to Michael Jones. Make Laura Flip say, you smoking every day, sir? Just asking. Yes, every day. For the last almost 20 years. Except for the days I was sick. Yeah. Professional smokers on deck. We pro smokers out here. Tell you, I got about 20,000 hours in the weed smoking. I'm a double master. I done got my masters 2 times over. Everything in moderation, LB, that's what's missing. But what's really missing is positive culture. It's all been replaced with division. Facts. Positive culture. Well, positivity just don't have that. It don't have the shine of negativity, and it's always been that way. That's not nothing new. That people go more towards the negative and over the positive. Yeah, that's even me with hustling. But what's different is um the connection. Like our connection, like we had dealers that told you tricks and things to do and things not to do and certain times of the month to close up. We had communication. We are steadily running out of communication, even within our relationships. You know, we always hear in relationships, communication is big, communication is big, but we're not communicating. We talk, we talk to each other, but we're not communicating. See, communicating is it's like it's like dancing. Communicating is like dancing with somebody. You can't be up there Harlem shaking if I'm trying to do the waltz with you. Like if I'm trying to do the waltz and you Harlem shaking, we're gonna look crazy. So that's communication. Communication actually takes one person talking and one person fully listen, and then they switch roles. But what usually happens is people just talk to respond. You've already formulated what you wanted to say to battle back against what they saying. So you really didn't listen to what they said in totality. You only listened enough to try to come up with a point to make their point look bad. Now everybody want to be the plug first, dabbing next to someone's dancing. you know, you gotta communication takes two willing people, and that's what we're not having right now. We're having we're talking at each other. Most people are talking at each other, but the concept of listening is not there. I mean, the real concept of listening is not there. It's selective listening. I'm gonna hear just the parts I need to hear to say something, but I didn't hear it in this totality, so I totally missed what that person was trying to say. It's just like taking something out of context. You see these people giving these interviews. Someone runs with like 2 lines out the interview, make them look bad, but didn't play the whole interview. Same thing. So our communication levels have to be rebuilt. And they are. Through things like this, the lives and other people talking. I watch other people's lives. I get information from other people talking and what they're breaking down. So the lines of communication just have to be restored for this new time. It's not that, we can all look back at the 90s, but it was a different time. It was easier to communicate because you had to be outside. You had to really be talking to people to get something going. Nowadays, it's not so much. You don't really have to talk to that many people to get something going. So now you have to go out your way to talk to people. See, now that you don't have to do it, Now it's more important that you go out in the world and you start conversations with people. You should be a good conversation starter. You should be able to walk up to anybody and start a conversation. Easy. That's easy money. That's easy money. Really. It's easy money. And if you can't do that, you need to practice it. Even the people that don't want to talk to you, you try to start a conversation and somebody, flip the bird at you like, get away from me, you stalker. You got to know how to process that as that's that person. They don't want to talk. It's nothing on you. You don't let it connect to nothing personal in you, like, oh, they ain't like my hair, or it was my approach. See, that's what that's what you want to start chipping away at. Your judgment of others, your judgment of yourself. You start removing that, and we're all just beautiful entities existing in these little moments of time. So why can't you walk up to somebody and start a conversation? When I was younger, my friends used to look for me at the door as screaming for me, but now they stay all the day with the phones and still don't answer. Practice speaking, yes, or we are all just up like James Brown's song, talking loud, but that's right. You have to practice speaking. You have to practice being truthful. There's so many things to practice that most people talk like they got easy. No, even truth must be practiced, people, because we have selective truth. Even me with my wife, when we first started, I was staying at my baby mama's crib, but she wasn't there. But I figured I didn't have to really tell her that. I didn't have to tell her that situation. I'm there paying the rent. Baby mama ain't there, but she's connected to the apartment. So when my baby mama jumped out the window and called my soon-to-be wife and told her all types of crazy ish, I looked it bad. I was in the middle when I could easily just said what was happening. And it wasn't too much. It wasn't a lie. It was just my selective thinking like, oh, she don't really need that information because there ain't nothing happening. So everything must be worked on. Truth, integrity, honesty, bravery, all of those things must be worked. They don't just come out the closet for you when you need them. You don't just run in the phone booth and change it to courageous man. You gotta be in situations where you face that thing and you hurdle it. That's how you get good at it. That's exactly how you get good at it. You got to hurdle them. So honesty is not something that comes natural, because in this world, we got the outside world and we got the inner world. So we got two worlds competing against each other. So there's gonna be some lies and confusion, people. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be some lies and confusion. And you got to work to straighten that out. You got to work to walk in your truth and say, this is where I stand and this is it. This is who I am. I'm not bending. I'm not breaking. I'm not gonna conform. This is who I am. They got to take it or leave it. Then you standing in your truth, 10 toes down like a soldier. The first fight is always the best fight. That's right. That's how you break the ice. Heavy Andy said, yo, LB, I went to buy the book of the cards. Your website says not secure on your website. I don't know if I should I don't know why it's saying not secure. We secure. We secure. We ain't never lost no credit card information yet. But if you want to get it straight from me, Heavy Andy, 347-816-5357. 347-816-5357. Then put the number in the chat for me. Call me, leave a text, and you can get it straight from me. We can do some Cash App, or we'll figure out a way, PayPal, something, and I'll send it straight to you. But that website's secure, baby. My website is, tell them, Dink, my website been up about 15, 20 years selling these books and DVDs. I don't know why it says that, though, but, I can't. I'm going to have to get my computer guy on that. That's right. The telephone number is in the chat. If anybody want to call, leave a text. You got any questions? You want to buy a book, DVD, book a session. You in Georgia? You want a live class? Because I'm in Georgia. You want to do a live personal class? Hit me up. I'm available. I'm here for you. I'm here to give you that true 52 block information. I was on the phone talking about 52 blocks the other day. I did a interview with this guy. I did an interview with named Money Marv. Money Marv show. You can find him on Facebook. I don't know if you've seen me on the Money Marv show, but you can find the Money Marv show on Facebook. And we was talking about 52. And then it got me thinking, because you don't want to be out here tooting your own horn. That's never it's never an attractive thing. But every now and then, you got to really break down who you are, because there's a lot of people out saying they're the father of 52 blocks and their man created the 52 blocks. You want to hear it right now, live on this chat, before I leave the chat. Victor Reyes, salute from Puerto Rico in his house. What Mr. Light Burley did for 52 blocks. Now, first and foremost, the 52 Blocks Nation was started by Mr. Light Burley. As far as the internet, as far as this information and 52 blocks being on the internet, it was started by Light Burley. Press 1. If anybody want to contest that, go look it up. Go look it up. This whole 52 block experience that we're having was started by Mr. Light Burley. Press 1. Like I said, we ain't tooting our own horn. We ain't tooting our own horn, but we gotta just make the facts the facts. We gotta make the facts the facts, so we can separate the truth from the lies. That's right. We gotta make the facts the facts. First video ever put out talking about 52 blocks on the internet was done by Mr. Light Burley. 2. 52 blocks never had a system. It was a conglomerate of moves. It was a group of moves, never systemized. Mr. Light Burley systemized 52 blocks. There's only one true system of 52 blocks, and it can only be found at learn-martialarts.com, taught on online course by Mr. Light Burley. That's right. So we're going to talk about it. We talking about form, kata. You know what kata form is good for? Muscle memory. Everything has a form. Boxing has a form, hooks, straight. This is the forms of boxing. And you got to memorize them to execute them. Muscle memory. Eric Zing, why is it called 52 blocks? No, they're not actually 52 blocks. 52 blocks was a name started by the 5% Nation. And 5 + 2 is 7, and it fits their whole ideology and their thing. Hassan Jones, salute. But there was never a systemized way of teaching 52. Most people, you kind of copied their moves. They showed you moves. That's right, Michael Jones. I got to break it down. It's too many lies. We got to bust up some myths. And I ain't trying to hurt no other 52 block men out there. But we got to keep the facts the facts. It was never really a system. It was like certain dudes had certain moves, a group of moves that they did well. You know, like True Guard, one of the persons I seen it, that triangle trade, I seen him do that. That was one of his moves. Now, he did not have a whole system. He didn't have a kata to break down and teach you in the correct way that you need to be taught so you can execute. But he did have some moves. He was a fighter. And what most people did was copy what they seen, learn certain techniques from their uncles or fathers or friends that may have picked up something, but they never learned correctly. This was me too. This is including me. Yo, LB, how you feel about these fake OGs or gangbangers thinking they know how to do 52 blocks or saying, oh, you know, Heavy Andy, it's all a lot of talk. And it's easy to talk that talk. I came up with a lot of guys that talk the good one, but we in the show and tell, we in the show and prove era now. So all the days of reminiscing about how you was doing somersaults over project buildings. If you can't do it to today, right now, today, we don't even want to hear about it. No disrespect. Keep that story to yourself. We in the show and prove era now. Splash said, I got a 52 blocks DVD from 207 Light Burley, the official. Salute. 52 Blocks Network is up in here. Vegas Burley is up in here. My brother is up in here, Mr. Vegas Burley. 52 Blocks Network. Everybody press 1 for my family. That's my family. That's my wife's brother, making him my brother-in-law, making him a brother of 52. Everybody up in here, press 1 for 52 Blocks Network. Go check out his channel. Sub to his channel. If you ain't sub to his channel, go and sub right now. Go and sub right now. That's right. Not only is he a Burley, he is a brother-in-law. So go and sub to his channel right now. 52 Blocks Network. Family is up in the building. Salute to the fam. So we just breaking it down. And this is why my Burleys look so different. This is why my Burleys are more structured. You see, my students are out there teaching. You know what I'm saying? My students is out there teaching. They out there starting their own curriculums with their own students because they were taught in the fundamental way. They were taught in a way that allows them to have muscle memory, execution. They can practice on their own. "52 Block Network" says, salute to you, big bro. Thanks to you. 52 has changed my life. Salute. Facts. Facts. 52 has all made us better, man. Thank you. 52 and saved my life. I'd have been a hustler. That would all it would have been for me. 52 gave me a way to give back to my melanated community in a positive manner, and I'm getting that mission done. That's the mission for all my melanated brothers in the chat. That's the mission too, and my other brothers that lack melanation. Don't ever think on this channel that you are excluded. No, it's never an exclusion. Of course, there will be a representation of who we are and what frame we walk in, but we are all brothers. But we are all brothers. Hold on 1 second. But we are all brothers over here. Don't, this is a representation, not a hate of another. You can represent your clique and love every other clique. That's all it is. I represent the melanated clique, and we love the less melanated cliques. We got love for them. Hawaii slide call white boy in the house. See right there, one of our less melanated brothers. He's in family. He's a god too. He's a god. He's a god. He got the universal energy in him. He's a god. He's just he's from the less melanated clique. That's all. But they clicked up over there too. And we saluting them. Like salute. We saluting everybody. But we represent who we are. Because if we represent who we are, we show the best of our cultures. If you Chinese, put on for your Chinese city. If you Spanish, put on for your Spanish city. If you African, put on for your African city. You white, put on for your white city. You black, put on for your black city. Because if we all putting on for our cities, then we make a beautiful community. Press 1. That's right. If we all putting on for our cities, we make a beautiful community. That's what it's about. Yeah, I seen one dude try to jump on Tim Weatherspoon's line to say Light Burley was a racist. I said, oh, he need to watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. What? Light Burley is a racist? What? Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. You must not know my history, buddy. I tell you, we here for the character of the man. The heart of the man is what matters. It's the heart of the man. You represent for your clique, but what makes us all the same is that heart, that beating heart. Now, what's your heart pumping? Diesel or Kool-Aid? What you pumping? Is you pumping diesel or Kool-Aid? That's all I need to know. You can be melanated, less melanated, half melanated. But what I do need to know is, what does your heart pump? Diesel or Kool-Aid? Because if you pumping Kool-Aid, stand over there. I don't care what melanated clique you represent. Stand over there in the corner. Your heart got to be pumping diesel. If your heart pumping diesel, I don't care what clique you represent. You can run with mines. You can run with mines. PNA said, I salute all my brothers. LB, we all learn from each other and become better people. Facts. That's right. That's right. Because I love fried chicken. I love me some fried chicken. But you know what else? You know what else? I love some egg foo young. I love some egg foo young. You know what else I like? You know what else? The Tostitos. I love what's that? Magung fu. I forgot. I'm saying it wrong. That Spanish dish. That Spanish magung fu or mafu. I forgot what it's called, but it's very good. It's very good. I like Japanese karaaki chicken. Yeah, yeah. Where I stay on what's that? Hold on. Ratanga in the Cook Island, South Pacific. It is 90% Polynesian. I am the rare 1% here. People complaining about race in the USA never live somewhere where they are the 1% minority. Damn, that's different. You are different. Mafungo, that's it. Splash, and thank you, sir. Mafungo. They call me Papa. Never had egg foo young. Yo, Mars Mathematics, egg foo young is so good. Shrimp egg foo young over rice with that gravy. I don't know what they make that gravy out of. You could put that gravy on the old shoe and eat a shoe. That gravy's so good. that gravy is ridiculous. I don't know what them Chinese people is putting in that gravy, but it's so serious. It's so serious. Come grab some Chevepa from the Slav brothers. We'll hook you up any day. I'm there for it. See, I need that. I like the way that sounds. See, that's what I'm talking about. This is why all of these different cultures are so important. If we just look at the food from each culture, we can see how it brings us all together. Just the different foods from different cultures is what can be shared. It's incredible. Ethiopian food, yeah. I had a friend that gave me some Ethiopian food. I forgot what it was called. Very good, very good, very good. Haitian food is good too. One of my good friends is Haitian. They got some very good food too. The Africans use a lot of peanut butter sauce. I wonder why. Like I went to an African restaurant, and a lot of the foods, a lot of the gravies has something to do with peanut butter. He said, I would love a food and martial art. Now you talking. Eric is talking. Now you talking. Food and martial arts? Oh man, we're gonna be up there karate kicking and sleeping. you put food and martial arts together, and you're gonna have sparring matches and nap time. It's gonna be sparring and nap time. That's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna eat, we're gonna spar, we're gonna eat, and then we're gonna take us a nap, and we're gonna get back up and spar some more. Probably smoke some weed. Yeah, you know weed's gonna be involved. You know, if I'm there, it's definitely gonna be some weed involved. You can bet that. Maryjane is gonna be on deck. That would be a hell of a seminar. Weed, food, and martial arts. Oh, that's incredible. The flatbread at Ethiopian restaurants is the shit. Yes, flatbread. I gotta check that out. I know in New York they got some good Ethiopian restaurants. I'm in Georgia. I haven't seen none down here. You say you get cramps. Oh, yeah. Well, from fighting and eating. Facts. My mom is Jamaican and my dad is a foundational Black American. So I grew up with a mixture of two different black scenes. Oh, you grew up on the best sides, Mars Mathematics. You grew up on the best side. You had jerk chicken and fried chicken. Mars Mathematics is over there living the best of both worlds. It's like a Jay-Z and R. Kelly album. It's like the Jay-Z and R. Kelly album. Jerk chicken and fried chicken. I think that's the best of both worlds. We could do an album just on that. Jerk chicken and fried chicken. Look past status, clothing, and complexion to understand who is in front of you. That's right, Paul Ruffin. Like I said, we look at the heart of the man. Is you pumping Kool-Aid or diesel? You pumping Kool-Aid or you pumping diesel? If you're pumping Kool-Aid, like I said, stand over there. You're pumping diesel, you can hang with the team. You can hang with the squad. That's all we saying. It's the heart of the man. Aloha, nu loa, a hui ho. How close was our Hawaii slide call? Aloha, nui loa, a hui ho. How close was I? Was I totally off? How was my Hawaiian? Was I totally off? Pumping that sour diesel. Is that the original blend right there? Is that original grown to perfection sour diesel that you smoking on, Mr. Splash in 12676? Are you smoking that grown officially sour diesel? I know you are, because you wouldn't even throw it up there if you wasn't. He said 90s pumping through the blood. Okay. I already know. I already know. That's what it is. That's what it is. That coffee and the coffee and Maryjane gang is jumping. Oh, White Widow, you taking it back. I ain't heard of no White Widow in so long. White Widow, Northern Lights. Who would you get to play Kelsey Sutton in the movie, LB? Mars Mathematics. Me and somebody else was talking about it. I said Halle Berry, and he said, nah, you can't get Halle because Halle is too old. We need to go for that, the one that played in Black Panther, Black Panther's sister. Black Panther's sister. I could take her. I like Amnesia the most. The one who played Black Panther's sister, yeah, we could use her. She could step to the front. She could play that. She could play that movie at Kelsey Sutton. She could do that. She already showed that athletics in that Black Panther movie. So I'll teach her these blocks. She'll be looking real tight. I can teach her these blocks. Yeah, we up in here rocking. Coffee and Maryjane, man. I respect all my peoples that come through and check the live, man. Really appreciate y'all. I can't believe someone would say Halle is too old, right? Yeah, I kind of thought Halle would be good, but he was like, Halle is past the prime. But I just seen Halle in the movie looking real strong. He said, Halle thirsty right now. I think I hit that for the culture, LB. Halle is a beast without the makeup, and she real good with the athleticism. She can look real good in the fighting movie. And anybody that's playing Kelsey Sutton, you're gonna be fighting this because you gotta be doing the 52. You gotta be breaking people up. So we're gonna need somebody that's willing to get in there and learn and be athletic, and you know what I'm saying. I think Halle could do that. They said Halle is stone cold freak. I believe it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. When you looking that good, you know you doing whatever you want to do. When you look that good, you do whatever you want to do. She probably surprising dudes. Dudes up in there like, whoa, Halle, I didn't know you did this. Leah Wright, that's the one that played the Black Panther. Oh, yeah, that's who we want. Leah Wright, yeah, that's who we need. That's who we need. She's so serious. I could see her playing that part to perfection. And see, someone like that we could probably get because she probably ain't too expensive. Halle Berry, she gonna want that paper. She gonna want that guap. You know what I'm saying? She already got hits under her belt. She gonna want guap. Man, yes, indeed. Well, we coming to the end of the Coffee and Maryjane. I'd like to salute all my people who joined me on this live. Today is Tuesday. Join me Thursday for another episode of Coffee and Maryjane. And as always, hands up, chin down, rumble, young man, rumble.